Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, March 11, 2021. More than 100,000 older Jamaicans who are not employed or receiving a pension greater than $1.5 million annually are set to receive $10,000 each under a new government initiative. The conditional cash transfer for the vaccinated CCTV sub-program was announced by Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark as he opened the budget debate on Tuesday. It is geared towards persons aged 60 and over. Individuals will also have to be vaccinated as evidenced by records at the Ministry of Health and Wellness. The grant is being facilitated under the $60 billion Social and Economic Recovery and Vaccine SERVE program for Jamaica.
There is public interest in ensuring that the vulnerable population is vaccinated. And we also want to ensure that older persons who cannot take up the work opportunities available on the SERVE Jamaica program and otherwise are not a part of, have no formal income, receive a grant.
The transition of the Bank of Jamaica, BOJ, to an independent institution is slated to take effect on April 16, 2021. Minister of Finance Dr. Nigel Clark says steps will be taken to bring the Bank of Jamaica Amendment Act into effect by then. This will make the BOJ and, in particular, the governor be accountable only to Parliament.
With price stability being the central bank's objective now and into the future, and with the central bank having the power and independence to pursue that objectives, with transparency and accountability, households and businesses and investors will make longer-term decisions and more longer-term commitments, which will deepen financial markets, widen the pool of products available, increase financial inclusion, broaden opportunity, and strengthen our economy.
Minister Clark says the Bank of Jamaica Amendment Act, which was passed by the Senate in December last year, paves the way for the central bank's modernization. As a result, the BOJ's mandate will be rescoped to focus on inflation target, maintaining required capital, strengthening its governance, transparency and accountability, as well as staggered board appointments. Also coming out of the Finance Minister's budget presentation, $200 million has been allocated to the National Works Agency, NWA, to carry out river training exercises. This is aimed at reducing the probability of flooding and providing employment in critical disaster mitigation work for persons living in rural Jamaica.
They will be involved in removing silt and other material from sections of selected rivers, installing gabion baskets, right? Gabion retaining walls, some people call them gabion baskets, and related activities to improve the water flow.
The provision falls under the $60 billion Social and Economic Recovery and Vaccine SERVE program for Jamaica. The private sector organization of Jamaica, PSOJ, is lauding the government for delivering a growth-oriented, fiscally responsible budget for the 2021-2022 fiscal year. In a statement this morning, the PSOJ said it welcomed the specific initiatives geared towards digitization, financial inclusion, as well as support of MSMEs and key industries such as agriculture, manufacturing, and export. The PSOJ also cited specific support for the continuation of the set cash component of the CARE program and the prioritization given to the public health and the vaccination program. The announced capital expenditure on infrastructure projects was also welcomed, as were measures the PSOJ says should improve Jamaica's attractiveness as an investor-friendly market. These include the review of costs for the relocation of corporate entities from other jurisdictions, the Large-Scale and Pioneer Industry Act to stimulate investment, and finalization of the new Customs Act. As for the next step, the private sector organization of Jamaica asserts that we must all dig deep to ensure the swift implementation of the proposed measures. It calls on private sector entities to utilize the various benefits and make the investments to start, grow, and enhance their businesses in order to ensure economic recovery and growth is realized as soon as possible. Government is currently undertaking repairs to several aerodromes across the island as part of the aviation industry's recovery from the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. Transport Minister Robert Montague says that as part of this recovery plan, the Lionel Dempsey airstrip will be resurfaced. In addition, a pilot lounge will be fitted at the Negril Aerodrome, the Ian Fleming Aerodrome will be outfitted with a new fire and police station, and overlaying of the runway at the Ken Jones Aerodrome and proper fencing is expected to happen. The Transport Minister says these all signify government's commitment to building out aerodromes as part of general aviation improvement.
So I want to encourage that, and in doing that we have to fix up what we have. And we have a program of fixing up our aerodromes and putting in facilities for the people who use it.
And finally, the National Council on Drug Abuse, NCDA, has launched its Good Ganja Sense campaign to increase public awareness of the uses and effects of marijuana. The campaign, which had its virtual launch on Tuesday, is slated to run from March to December 2021. It is being implemented by the NCDA in partnership with the Ministry of Health and the University of Technology. Executive Director of the NCDA, Michael Tucker, says the campaign seeks to address the issue of low levels of ganja literacy and dispel the myths surrounding the use of ganja so that Jamaicans make better choices about its consumption.
Successive national studies among the general and youth populations have shown that there's a need to undertake ongoing public education, clarify issues and myths surrounding ganja, especially with the changing legal context.
The range of strategies that will be used includes social media advocacy, radio and television ads, print articles or material, and billboards. Target groups include parents, youth, community leaders, and groups. There will also be an interactive website to strengthen access to scientific and other resources about ganja. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.